First clan war for the Westerners. Let's go uMaD. Sonik, Cash, Todd, Maru. They made it through the qualifier as the only Western team. Oceanus failed. And Dust Gaming failed as well. But they made it. Cash in the upper right. uMaD in pink here. With Cash and Todd as a 2-on-2 combo. Opening up this clan war. They are up against NP, Shishi, Fast, Shun, and who am I missing? Sini, exactly. So we have Fast in the bottom. We have Joshishi, the star player of this, in the bottom left. Shishi, he's called the Acrobat because he has cool moves and he does fancy stuff with his Demon Hunter, but sometimes he's falling off the high wire. A little bit Sonic-esque, a little bit Davai Chinese style. In 2-on-2, he was one of the greatest in 2015-16 when he won the GCS 2-on-2 competition alongside Fly. So he knows exactly what's up, and maybe this is why they chose the Night Elf Orc combo, as they are really, really used to that. But judging from the first heroes, we have a little bit of a deviation already. TC first, no barracks. This is an interesting start for Fast.
Yeah. Don't tell me this is harassing. TC. What the hell?
I don't know
Normally,
either, man.
if you play TC first, maybe you delay the hero a little bit, but you don't delay the units. You need the units to creep.
We'll see what this is. Todd and Cash on the northern side.
With a standard as standard can be
forces are under attack.
AM plus Blade. I feel like Blade isn't even standard anymore in 2v2. We're seeing so much deviation there. In 2v2, Orcs really can play all first heroes nowadays. We see Blade first, we see Farseer first, we see TC first, and very rarely we even see Shadowhunter first. But yeah, it is Blade Master here. An aggressive play by Cash right off the bat with the early shop. What are the TC and Keeper gonna do? It's actually a harassing TC. Dude.
With Aura.
Hell.
Not even going for double lockdown. But
and the Blade sees it early. He's like, what is this?
yeah. I really don't see the reason.
Quick creeping by Todd is going to be close to level 2 for him, but not quite. And that is quite a few peasants exposed over here. Can the uMaD boys protect them? Well, there's no Stomp to fear.
There's
Only
nothing
Entangled.
yeah, there's nothing to fear except the Entangle. And that's like 5 of them. Maybe they go for an Archmage, maybe they go for early experience. But I see this as the big weakness going into the mid game.
And the thing about Entangle early is, it's okay, but you need follow-up damage to kill the targets.
Yes.
And you can't follow up with damage because you're just going to get traded in hits yourself, so you can't click anything down. So it's really unlikely that there's going to be any kills here for NP. So their goal, I guess, is just to delay creeping as much as possible. But the AM still gets level 2. That unlocks the aura, which is very nice to have. Always. When is this TC gonna start leveling is my big question.
Yeah, 0 experience. Last hit goes to Todd, level 2.3. Finds a ring, obviously, as he's cursed with that item. But their goal is to get to level 2 safely. And with that opening, I think that's working. We have an AP up by Shishi in the upper left. So they are buying time for this.
Wait. Is this the Dust strat? Just mass tier 1 tower push?
This working with the TC, and are they going aura because of that? I think the Dust strat opens differently.
Yeah, it is certainly a lot more creeping. But it is, at the end of the day, a tower push with mass tier 1. And there are more wisps coming. One single AP doesn't really mean much. But if it's more,
yeah,
it can.
And how fast will we have tier 2? 60%. Going rifles early. But what is this base for Cash? Arrives at tier 2. Blade Master, no items. Alright, and Hunts and Headhunters are coming with a shop in the back. Lots of wisps and Tangle on the grunt. And now the follow-up damage is here.
Yeah, one grunt died already. Losing another one would certainly be painful. Oh, lightning shield on the Blade Master. Thanks to the AM. Nice combo here by the uMaD boys. Entangle controls the Blade Master, but the TC in trouble, trying to run away with the speed scroll, counter speed scroll, and with the Windwalk, of course, you're faster. Heal self also to heal up the TC. Is he going to survive this? I'm not so sure. Even Militia coming in for Todd, trying to dislodge this situation, and TC dies. Level 2 for the Blade with that. And this tower push, well, it's still going on, but it's only 1 AP standing still.
Super close to 3. One level up is a level 2, one kill is a level 2 water elemental for free. There we go, with the Wisp. And Cash is doing a phenomenal job saving his Wisps. What a great play. Panda is coming in for the rescue as well for Todd. Blade Master slow, needs some healing. AP is there, is up. But what does it really do? Not much, really. 2 Hunters about to fall. This water elemental is a monster in this defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's still some more time here to now fall back a little bit, lick their wounds. APs still aren't finished. Shop is getting cancelled. But if these 2 AP finishes, this could still be scary. When are uMaD gonna engage into these towers fully?
Still lots of headhunters, but what do these headhunters do really? What is there to kill for them? Grunts, too tanky. Rifles, wrong defense type. These APs kind of have to do it. Shadow Hunter with wards first.
Alright, APs getting focused now partly in the back, and one of them is going to get cancelled, but the other one does come up. Some Wisps are there for the detonate on the Water Elemental. Oh, doesn't even get it off of the Blade Master!
That wasn't enough indeed. On level 2, that was not a calculated loss at all. 3 Serpent wards up to help with these hunts, but also APs. Time to lick the wounds for uMaD. High pressure situation, obviously. But also for NP.
Oh, and guess what? The Demolisher's coming in. I was about to say, Brute Strength delayed for quite a bit, but delayed for a good reason.
Yeah.
This Demolisher does a ton of damage from long range against these APs.
And that buys them so much time. Tier 2 versus Tier 1. Is this held now?
I think so. NP are just falling back. They have lots of army, I guess, with hunts and headhunters, but no tech, and perhaps most importantly, no levels to back it up. TC doesn't even have Stomp yet.
Yeah. Double racks, headhunters. It's just... The play is mass. Mass up. We have a Brewmaster against this, though, on the way to 3. We have Rifleman for very good single target. We have Serpent Wards for very good single target, and Demolisher against buildings, and at the same time for AoE. Seems rock solid to me what uMaD is playing here.
So, what's the follow-up? Push across the map, maybe? I mean, you have a Demolisher, may as well make use of it. Might be decent here for creeping as well.
I think they have to wait until Cash is at 50. And I don't... Oh, wow. Both Chinese are stuck at 40 supply in a tactic that requires mass. Is that the play? I mean, maybe they're saving resources for towers in the next push or items, but...
Yeah, they got a lot of items. Lots of scrolls in this TC. Heal scroll, protection scroll, and beast scroll.
And the flute as well. Ooh, this push could hurt. Panda gets level 3. Vamp Aura. Good for grunts. Blade Master scouts this coming.
Yeah. The Militia saw it earlier, now the Blade sees it again. And it's distracting, a little bit of buying just a little bit more time. Enough time for the Panda to get scrolls of his own. Heal scroll, protection scroll, item. Big inroll for him, also pretty good. With that he can go far forward and a bit more experience. This AM is almost level 4 now.
Okay, does this push work? NP, if that one fails, they might be dead and lose the one-on-one. There's no TP on Cash. He can't TP into his base. Oh, he's out in the open against an 85, 90 supply force. Todd has to distract and buy time and save Cash's life.
Dragonhead's Battle Fire combo hit fairly well right there. Level 4 now for the AM. That's a ton of mana sustain. First Stomp
Shadow.
Didn't do that much. Very good split by Todd.
Shadow Hunter is dead. He's trying to pop him out. Heal wave only helps for a little level up. No way! Oh, I thought for a second he's gonna survive with maybe the last heal wave, but it was too much. And the Shadow Hunter level 3 falls. But the Panda, what a monster is this Panda. 29 supply for Shishi only. Fast, what is he up to? Also 29. What the hell? All their supply is gone. They call for the GG. uMaD takes map number 1.
Whew, that looked really scary there, didn't it?
Yeah.
When Cash kind of got caught out.
Yeah.
Entanga killed off the Kodo. Tough position for him. But Todd comes into the rescue. Tons of damage from his rifles and his Panda. Good sustain with the Aura and the Priests. And they hold on. The follow-up all-in doesn't work out. And that's the 1-0 lead for uMaD.
Yep, that was a little bit too close to comfort for my taste. But in the end, they prevailed. They did a very good job. And that's a big advantage for the games to come. Trying to tinker with the overlay. There we go. And yeah. 2-2, as we said, very, very, very important. 1-on-1, we have Cash, Sonik, Todd, and Maru. Maru will probably not play the 1-on-1, I would say.
Yeah, would greatly surprise me. Unless someone is indisposed. So who did uMaD send in as their first 1v1 before qualifiers? It was Cash or Sonik usually.
Yeah, the week.
Todd was always reserved for the very last map, if that should be required.
Yeah, this map against Hurricane Bowman. Todd with the nerves of steel. The savior for uMaD. This format takes one of Cash's biggest strength away, as he has to decide the race for the entire clan war, going into the picks and bans. So he can't switch to Night Elf, to Human, to even Undead. He has to play most likely Orc.
Pretty sure that what he decided on, right? You have the Human player already with Todd. You have the Night Elf player already with Sonik. You could decide to off-raise Undead, but that would be pretty weird. That's not normally something he does, and having an Orc as a choice is certainly something useful to fall back on. So now it's the map choice for NP. Which map are they going to choose? They can choose the map now, and then both teams can seed the player that they want. I got a little tidbit here by Passion, by the way. He tells me that NP stands for Nanpai Zhangmen, which is Master of Nanpai. And Nanpai is apparently an old Chinese martial art.
Oh, nice. Educated here. Thank you, Passion.
The martial artist fans on NP, they have that in common with Todd, I guess, who has been doing Muay Thai in the past, and if you follow him on Twitter, is still very involved as a fan in MMA. So, what is our map going to be?
Echo
Isles.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What does that enable? What is this?
Normally pretty good for Orc. It is only one shop, only one invul. That should always be contestable. With the Blade Master. Also, Orc normally likes to prevent level 3 creeping. That is the case both for Night Elf opponents and Human opponents. And level 3 is very hard to acquire on this map if the Orc plays properly. So I think this should be a pretty damn good Orc map.
Okay, so they want to seed fast with that. We'll see.
I guess the question is, who do NP see as their weakest 1v1 player? Who is not going to be seeded?
So you have to give him the advantage of his favorite map and the map that could favor you?
Not necessarily. I mean, the strength of having a 4-player grid team roster is that you can adjust and can kind of decide on which player you're going to be sending in. But some teams one of your 4 players is just much weaker on the 1v1 that no matter what, you're not going to see them. Like Xiao KK in LP, for example. I think they're never going to see him in 1v1. Is that also the case in NP? Is there one player in this team who's only going to be participating in the 2v2s?
Does the qualifier tell us something? I think we have all the results there.
So from the results entered, Hyun did not play any of the 1v1s.
Okay. Yeah, he's more of a caster these days. Doesn't surprise me too much. Still, he had one good run in a qualifier not too long ago.
Seeding Hyun here would be very weird. Echo Isles is a bad map for Undead, I think, in all matchups.
It's an orc. It's fast.
All right.
Damn.
Does make sense on Echo. Wouldn't be too surprised to see double orc here. I guess that's
Sonik.
Sonik.
Yes.
Okay.
Давай, давай, давай.
Isn't this a difficult map against Orc, though? What if you don't get the first heal scroll? What if you don't get the invul? What if your keeper doesn't manage to find levels?
You know what? That doesn't matter if it's a Sonic game. He'll just tower push him.
Yeah, who knows what he's gonna play, man? He might just play Demon Hunter Hunts, Mass Mercs, 50 supply attack. You never know.
I wouldn't be too surprised to see that, to be very honest. I wouldn't be too surprised to see some sort of tower supported Huntress push. Not at all. Alright, we will get into that in a bit. Highlights from the 2-2. Here, that was the 1-0 lead for uMaD. 2 strongholds, Shishi and Fast on a timer, pretty much. First attack was well prepared, but level 1 TC without Stomp, is that really an influence? Didn't seem like it. Great defense with the hero kill. And in the second defense, it was mostly taught with a huge rifle concave on the right-hand side. Making sure that, yeah, Cash, even though he had no TP, could reposition. Yeah, he lost his Shadow Hunter, but it didn't matter in the end, because Todd's damage was too crazy.
Yeah, that snap decision to go for the Panda was also a really smart one, right? When that push was hitting, the first one with the towers, the Panda came in early, and the level 1 Breath isn't the crazy strongest spell ever, but it does something, you know, backed up by the aura. That is quite a bit of AoE, helping against tier 1 units and also against towers. And once he got him to high levels and tons of mana on level 3, was also really good against the mass.
Yeah, I like that as well. That Panda. I'm always a little concerned about Pandas in 2-2, because, you know, need high levels, but in that regard, against Headhunters especially, he did a great job.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting on Tidewater Glades, I guess. Normally it's a lot of early game aggression and kind of the first few trades happening on level 2, but if in the mid game things relax and you can move from green camp to green camp, level 3s should be fairly easy to acquire. But 2v2 is over with now, at least for the time being. We're going to have at least 2 1v1s coming up and another 1v1, another 2v2 following, unless uMaD can make the 3-0 happen. The Europeans grabbed the lead, and now it's up to Sonik to either extend that lead or up to NP to make it an even game here.
Yeah, it's a tough challenge for Fast. I'm pretty sure this is the biggest competition he's ever been in or part of. No WGL participation. Even Sini was there already, or players like PCG. I wonder if he feels the pressure. He might think, oh, I'm against this European. What do they? But even Sonik, like, kind of everyone knows Sonik. But can you really prepare for him? I don't, like, Fast, of course, didn't know that this would be his opponent. And even if you know, can you prepare for Sonik?
Yeah, it's not so easy. In this matchup, there seems to be kind of a meta established, which is Keeper versus Blade Master and then tier 2 Shaman. Nowadays, sometimes with Hex Shadow Hunter and some Wind Riders. But there's no reason to assume that Sonik will certainly be following the meta. He may just do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. But we've seen him in recent history to become a little more tame. But all right, the Chinese are going into a small break, and we do the same for like 3 minutes, and then we'll be right back with the first one-on-one of uMaD versus NP. It's going to be Sonik versus Fast.
Keeper. Okay.
So, okay. Kind of ready. Sorry, no overlay due to some software issues. One-on-one, number 1. Davai style versus Chinese orcs. Will that work? Does Fast know how to respond? Does Fast know some experienced play by Sonik? Does he know how much he loves Huntress transition? Not sure. I would say no. And Fast is not really on Sonic's level. That's tough statement, but I would say so. The conditions seem to be okay for the Europeans so far. I haven't heard any complaints about it. So, keeper style, normal. Question, yeah, Huntress transition. I was so ready for this. Kind of normal, but that early, not really normal. And against the Blade Master, what can it do? How aggressive will he be? Moves over right away.
Yeah. Question when you're playing Keeper is, when are you going Hunts? When are you going Expo? Some Night Elves, and also Tech. Some Night Elves like to go for Tech really early on, throw in the Hunts later, expand really late. We've been seeing some very fast expansions once again, with Orcs starting to skip a Barracks, but that is not the case. Here, most Night Elves go for Treants first for creeping, but Sonik loves going for kills. And I think actually this makes a lot of sense against this first run. Very likely that you're going to be running into that one. If he gets the last hit, this would be level 2, but that has to be denied, right? Yes, it is.
Easy deny with no follow-up, but already pretty good. Why not go for it? It takes 200 gold off of Fast's bank and makes creeping harder and forces heal selves. But I guess this will turn around now as the Blade Master is becoming the aggressor.
Keeper was even looking for some claws to buy in the shop, but it's only gloves and those he didn't want to invest into. Oh, the Archer comes out for a cheeky bit of heal self-cancel. That's kind of cute. But now the issue is you don't have Treants, so you can't creep up at the green to level 2 too easily. This is the downside of going Entangle first. Is it better? Is it worse? Tough to say. Also, without Treants, it's pretty hard to harass into the main against the peons.
Yeah, this is what we've seen fail for Sonik before, right? When he was stuck on level 1 for such a long time. In some cup games, I think. So how fast can Fast, no pun intended, react to this? We have an Entangle here. Archer moving in. This might cost a TP. He's reacting with the Grunt. Blocks the Keeper. Oh, he's not blocked! That's big. Otherwise, the burrows can constantly attack, force him out with a lot more freedom for Sonik. Blade Master's creeping.
But the Grunt?
But the Grunt.
He's dead, right?
He's absolutely dead.
He's trying to get the burrow deny with a spear. This will be a big one. This will be level 2 denied. Doesn't get it. And that's level 2 now for the Keeper. 2 Grunt kills.
Just a tiny bit too early to attack with the burrow. 2 Huntress moving over, trying to creep up more. He has limited mana to work with at the moment, and that is Sonik expanding in the bottom right, left. Can of course easily be cancelled if the Blade Master goes left. But how much time is Fast spending on this shop?
It is level 2 for him at least. Hoping for a good item. Ooh, the Grunt. Grunt super hurt. This is going to take 2 heal cells to heal him back up again, and a ton of time.
And Sonik is continuing to ravage this main. Lumber is important at the early stages of tier 2. He did queue the Shadow Hunter though, and will need only 1 tier 2 building, so it should be fine. Level 2 Blade Master only, Expo in the work. Tech is done for Sonik as well. Great early for the Ukrainian. And does he have mana? No. Right clicks shouldn't be enough to cancel the Lodge.
Yeah, no, this is not going to happen. Keeper has to fall back. Oh, gets a bit of heal self cancel off, but that had pretty much almost entirely run. Alchemist now at the expansion. This could be an easy creep if the Blade Master is not around, and he is not around. He's doing something else valuable though, getting the Ogre Magi. Big mana potion is the dream drop.
Okay, Alchemist for Sonik, of course, creeping in the south, getting a circlet, which is nice. When is Fast supposed to find the time to counter-expand?
Yeah, doesn't seem to be for a while. He needs Shadowhunter levels first. He definitely needs Shaman first. Kind of surprised that he still has 3 grunts after losing 2. Now going for the Merc Camp as well. It's always very nice to have for Orc for more damage from the Berserkers. And perhaps even if you're getting creep jacked, you can go for a quick Shadow Priest and get out of entangles that way. But Sonik for the time being not interested in creep jacking. Just wants to creep up himself. He has double level 2 heroes. Getting those both to level 3 would be very nice for the Night Elf.
In the meantime, more upgrades. A very standard play by Sonik, except the early aggression. So what's next? Thank you, Varian Vrin 55 for a €20 donation. Greetings from Singapore. Time to spread some positivity. You did a very good job with that, my man. Thank you.
Thank you, Varian. And for the Alliance. That's from the
under siege.
So push into the main. That is a fake AP all-in push. Is Fast gonna fall for this bait?
This is pretty wonderful. He's like, tower pushing during this expansion. Fast must be so confused right now what Sonik is doing. 4 hunts go into the main. Fast is already supply stuck. He can't go up to 50. The Blade Master alone will kind of cancel this entangled. Yeah, a little bit focus style. But can he hold this with only the Shadow Hunter if there's no shop? This might even end the game.
I don't know. These hunts are taking a lot of damage. One is forced back already. Another one is really hurt. And this is all before the Blade Master is even showing up. And now we have Hex as well. That's 1 Hunter's going down for certain. And so far, yeah, the burrows were killed. Or 1 burrow was killed and the shop. But no units have died yet. Might change though with the Shaman eating the acid bomb.
Grunt fell as well. The question, I guess, is how long can the Shadow Hunter provide the base defense with Serpent Wards? How fast will he run out of mana? Because there's no other damage apart from that. He's going for a Demolisher now, which is already a tell that he's falling for this.
Oh, Purge on the Keeper, a little far forward perhaps, but gets away. Yeah. Is this Demolisher really necessary?
No.
Like, yeah, the Altar fell, but I don't know, does that matter? I guess it's also kind of good against the hunts from long range.
Can also be sniped easy, I think, if it's in a bad position. 2 grunts hurt, shop not up, acid bomb, but these grunts is fantastic. 6 supply gone in a heartbeat. Blade Master's finally back with the heal scroll.
Heal spray here coming in from the Alchemist as well. It doesn't save one of those hunts. One of them does go down. But also Berserker in trouble. That's a big loss. The Berserker going down.
TP.
Alchemist getting focused now. Next might be fallen. TP out before that one dies. Keeper gets to 3. But he might be dead himself. Oh, the Keeper falls. That's the first hero for Sonik hitting the deck.
An Orc way back into the game. Hero focus. Always been that way. Probably always will be that way. But now we have a 16 supply lead for Sonik. With an expansion up. And soon to be mining. There's Wisps coming. Levels aren't scary. Now they kind of are. 3-3 with claws. Fast is still in the game. That Alta kill didn't do anything. I think the Burrow kill hurt. And cost 2 items.
Yeah, the heroes are strong for Fast, but the army, man, is looking pretty desperate. 2 Shaman and 1 Grunt. 1 Demolisher can be effective, but should always be jumped on, especially if the army size for the Orc is so small. Sonik back into the main. He's pressuring the stronghold. Finally, his first armor upgrade has finished, so these hunts are more tanky now. Heal spray on top. It's not that much Hunter's damage yet, though. There's no Treants here to provide more normal damage, and the Boros are actually doing a ton of damage against these hunts. Now also with Serpent Wards coming.
Keeper still not back. That's a lot of damage on the workers, though. That's 3 down. That's 4 down. That's 5 down. That's level 3. That's all the workers dead. He's gonna break this.
Dead.
He's gonna trade 1 for 1. He's losing a lot of hunters. Sonik.
Oh,
Oh no, man. Not again. Don't tell me. I mean, he has 3 workers. Fast. For once, the army supply is useful.
Oh, the Keeper is back, but he's getting purged right away. He might just be dead. He might just be dead again. He looks very dead.
Yep, can't get him out. Still mining from 1 base. Oh, the hunts take out the Demolisher. That's really big. He's using a lot of purges. This can't last forever.
There's a lot of kills for the Arc. Gets the Shaman, gets the Demolisher. Oh, but the dust is still there on the blade. He gets to level 4 suddenly.
Critter block again. Dude, this is a Sonic game if I ever saw one.
Yep. Oh, classic Sonic.
Oh, Fast is forgetting to micro the Shaman. They're both dead. And one of them was half mana. That's so many purges that he's taking out of that game. Another hunter.
22 supply, but guess what? It's not over.
No. Sonic is expanding again. Keeper at 40%.
Without Shaman here, without Purge, there's not so much to fear, really.
No. Everything is controllable.
Also, and there's no dust anymore. He can make use of Shadow Meld again. Sonic was going for a couple of weird plays here, but it seems like he's taking control back of this game.
Can the Blade Master carry this? Feels like he has to. He's... The Shadow Hunter is far away from 5. Acid Bomb. Man, this strong Alchemist is such a blessing.
And in these right-click trades, it does become noticeable when there's no heal wave.
Yeah.
It's the no heal wave build, so unless you have some heal pots or maybe heal scrolls, it's almost impossible to recover health.
Sonic close to 50 again. Expo at half.
No more clarities, I guess.
Fast has to hold back now. Like, heal up, regen up. Without mana, there's nothing to do for him.
How strong is this Shadowhunter Blade Master combo? It feels like it has to be the heroes.
Yeah, but I think it's too far away. Like 5/5, I can see that. But against soon to be level 2 Acid Bomb, this army will melt again. Heal Spray is super strong.
Oh,
Hunts now
Stronghold.
2-1, and he didn't repair it. And there's very limited workers to repair.
And this time there are treants around.
Yep.
Keeper summons them right here.
And again, he's...
Oh, the dangerous position on the Keeper. This could have been another kill. But it's too much normal damage now.
Yeah. Way too much. He's losing a burrow as well. He's losing grunts after this. Heal Spray keeps all the hunts alive. This is the only source of income gone for Fast, and he's at 50 gold. There's no way he can ever erect anything again.
This seems to be the checkmate. Even hero kills shouldn't be the end. But the Alchemist is in a bit of trouble. Can he transfer the staff, perhaps?
Acid Bomb on the
Bomb also
blade,
used.
yes. No entangle afterwards. You can always staff out that Alchemist, and it's GG! uMaD taking 2 points in a row. Not only the 2-on-2, also the 1-on-1, the first one. Going to our Western team, they do not disappoint, and they have 3 match points in a row now.
Was a little bit touch and go there at times. Seems like Sonic went a little bit too dabei at some points in that game, but gets the victory. That's what matters. And now it's really nice to have both Cash and Todd in the pipeline to choose for the next map. Because again, now the map choice goes to NP, and then both teams can seat the player that they want.
Yes. I got it confirmed by the rulebook, by the way, that the importance in this round robin is matches won, so the entire clan war, then 1 matches, and then the score difference. That's the rank. So if you win 3-2, that's the most, like, if you win a clan war, that's the most important thing. Then it's how many maps you win, and then, so it doesn't really matter if you win a clan war 3-2 or 3-1. The most important thing is you win the clan war, which is very different from the qualifier process.
Okay. All right. It's going to get important towards the end of the season, when it's not unlikely at all that there's going to be teams battling over a spot with the same amount of wins.
Round robin, man. We love it. I'm trying to get our overlay back to work, which it should be there in a bit. Hopefully. And yeah, match points for uMaD, 3 in a row. Without further ado, we go into a second one-on-one of the day. After Sonik defeated Fast, it's now time for the strongest player, most likely, in Team uMaD. We're calling for Cash, and he answers. And he's up against Sini.
In Europe, Cash doesn't take part in all the weekly tournaments that we have, but when he does, he oftentimes does well and does also win. Same, we cannot really say about Sini. The last big performance by him, I can't even remember, to be honest with you. But this has been always his strongest matchup. It used to be in the past. Now this matchup has changed a lot. Where it was dominated by Talons, nowadays it's dominated by Huntresses. However, some Night Elves do still play Demon and Talons. Check, for example. Is Sini one of those? Would be weird on this map. Oh, but he doesn't care. He's going Demon Hunter first. Hell yeah, let's do this.
Oh, wow. I did not expect this at all. I thought it's Keeper, set in stone, whatever, let's go. No. Sini paints a surprise. That was his big time with the talent pushes. But since then, so much has changed. Not even meta, like also Countercaster are produced in a different building level changes. So I don't know if that works anymore. Cash, one of the strongest European that we have, with the Blade Master first.
The player's forces are under attack.
Going for a quick shop and a skipped barracks over here. Peon sees where the scouting is going on. How much is this Demon Hunter going to surprise him? Does he already think, okay, this could very well be a demon, or is this going to be a complete surprise now?
It's really hard to predict what to do. Cash scouted this early. How will he adjust? Will he be more aggressive? First wisp down. This enables him to do a lot more on the map. Like, he can actually use his grunts.
Yeah. However, grunts are going to be delayed for quite a while. Could it be an option to just skip barracks? No, right? You still have to get some grunts. And there comes the barracks now. So the peon saw the Demon Hunter running south, and then the Blade Master still is going to the Night Elf main. Interesting. So a lot of focus on Whisperaz here early by Cash.
This is a later tech for the Night Elf already. What else does it do? Like, he can't prevent lumber harvesting until level 2, really. If he kills one now, that's of course great, because you can't rebuild it. But Sini on the other side, with the counter aggression, wants to prevent grunts.
And that should certainly be a cancel. Very surprised the peons aren't hopping into the burrow over here to return some damage. And now this barracks is so late.
Now
Might this be the time to actually skip barracks? Oh,
I think so.
Man.
He's also super low on lumber with this. He's still building one. Cash, is he losing this burrow? Has to repair. Blade Master's finally back. This Demon Hunter turns out to be really good.
0 experience on the blade, by the way. Demon extremely close now to level 2. So is it going to be TC second or Shadowhunter second is the question. We're going to see in a moment.
TC needs, of course, a lot more leveling. Shadowhunter as well. But TC is pretty much useless until level 3. And what if it's Dryads? What if Sini goes Dryads? Then what does the TC do?
Yeah. And that's the prediction that Cash has to make right now, right? He doesn't know if there's a Hunter's Hall that has come up somewhere. Yeah. And if his lore is coming up now. Dryads or Talons? What is your best guess, Cash?
That's the big question. Close attack. That's good. That's a good boost. We still don't know. We still don't have a Hunter's Hall.
Yeah. So it seems definitely to be Talons.
He could also go for this build that I've seen in Night of Mirror yesterday a lot. Skip Hunter's Hall until mids of tier 2 and rush tier 3 for MGs or whatever. Or it's just straight up Talons.
We're gonna find out in a moment.
Shadowhunter, by the way.
Tier 2 finishes now.
Beast
There's enough lumber for tier 3 right away. Also the Beastmaster is ready.
He's rushing tier
Beastmaster
3
teams.
and Beastmaster.
Yeah. So that's Talons then, I guess.
It is Talons indeed.
Yep. Shadowhunter also viable against Talons. Hex or Heal Wave or Serpent Wards all have their place. Must be Hex first against the Demon, I guess.
A player's
decide yet.
forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
And of course also go for Serpent Wards, which are kind of okay, but usually Quilbies take them out quickly.
Staff in. And
Wow. This
I was
is
expecting the Hex right away.
so old school. This is something we never see anymore. There's too much HP on these buildings.
Yeah. Doesn't lead to a cancel. Hex here, very effective. Oh, Speed Scroll Chase. Can you force a TP perhaps? No, there's a staff.
And not enough damage.
Man, I feel like I'm watching Foggy back at GCS.
Yeah, right? It's exactly what he
forces are
practiced
under attack.
so many times with Sini, who can also play a good orc, so that's why he was the perfect practice partner. Night Elf main, off-race orc, let's go. And yeah, Talons.
Normally something that you want to be able to do when you play Talons is to be able to creep with your Beastmaster and Quill Beasts on tier 2 before your Master Training is finished. That's very hard on this map. The creeps on this map are pretty damn tough. They're far out in the open as well. Dangerous to go for as Night Elf, so instead there's a lot of early aggression from Sini's side. If you manage to get high level heroes with your talent play as Night Elf, they will oftentimes carry you in the late game. At the moment, that's not exactly the case. Level 2 Demon, level 1 Beastmaster. It's also a difficult choice here for Cash. How long does he play aggressively, or does he play passively rather and goes for creeping? When does he decide to be aggressive? He's gonna snipe the Ogre Lord. Yeah, gets the trap. And with that, a big item.
Alright. That looked kinda close right there. But Sini is not in a position to contest this. I think that's one of many reasons why you don't usually see this on CH. The mid game is just too strong. Medallion of Courage. Alright. Decent, I guess. Not great. But that was a big chunk of experience and also the biggest item on the map. And now Cash feels ready before Master Training is done for like one little poke.
Oh, really good usage of the Quill Beast here. Cancels a lot of healing, even gets the creeps involved. Scouted ahead as well. Nice play here so far from Sini. He's getting to Master Training without losing anything. This is kind of what it's all about.
Yeah, that's true. Levels Not level 3, not even close to level 3. No critical strike even.
A player's forces are under
And the
attack.
Tinker is out. So yeah. Sini didn't lose anything. And also, cash is not overwhelming in any regard. Not supply, not items, not heroes, nothing. The question to me is, how effective is this Tinker still? I think with his strat you should somewhat adapt. Pocket Factory is not the old Pocket Factory, so it's kinda useless to me.
Yeah, the walkers can certainly take it out very quickly nowadays. And snare on the demon. Focus on him. That probably won't lead to kills.
First,
It's a lot about mana. Who has more mana, the Talons or the Raiders?
Tinker gets the first bit of experience. Range attacks are good, even though not high damage, but magic damage amplifies this. Blade Master has no mana. He has to fight this, and Cash is losing one grunt. Is about to lose the second grunt. Finally critical strike. The Pocket Factory not as a blocker, but to provide damage via clockworks.
Cash finds 2 kills, will retreat now. 1 Raider left behind. Heal Scroll is still available. This is going to be big usage on this one. Oh, Blade Master still surrounded over here. Spiritling comes back in. Who's going to die first? It might be the Beast Master. He's dead. But the Blade could be following. Oh, no more Cyclone as it seems. Right click still coming in. Lots of damage on Cash.
Cyclone again. He's so close. Dispel. And finds his way out with 50 HP. Game-saving move right there. A Walker falls for it. Alright, but Cash is still in this. For how long? Healing.
A player's forces
He
are
needs
under
every
attack.
tiny bit of healing, but Sini sends in the Quilbies to cancel this. Well done.
Everything's so hurt for Cash. This is not looking good for the Orc at all.
Wow, Sini with the surprise talent move. In this best of one, this can happen. Clockworks explode, doing some damage to the buildings, but that's okay. Shop. He needs to hold the shop or get a lot out of it. There we go. Double clarity.
Finally Cash sending in the peons towards the burrows, but this was pretty late, honestly. These lumber peons should have all been in the burrows for quite a while. There should have been more damage returned on the Night Elf.
No potions anymore. Just one healing. Cash can't really afford to lose the totem. Then he's stuck on what? 3 walkers. And low mana. He has to engage, even if he wants to or not.
And it's gonna be so many Cyclones.
Hero focus. Must be the play. Yeah, Cyclone, Dispel. 1 Raider falls. That's the upside of Fairy Fire. Tinker falls as well. So second hero kill. But on level 1, it really doesn't matter. Especially when the Pocket Factory has like 1/3 of a duration on him.
Walker's out of mana. 0 Dispel left. Good old Talons once again working out, it seems. It's not over yet though, of course.
How much time does he have for healing? Not much. He's getting another Raider. Also a Kodo. Then he's up at 50. Shadowhunter mana doesn't look too good. Shop is gone, no clarities. Sini retreats.
Investing into that reinforced defenses early and that war mill, that perhaps is what made it so that there was no enough units for Cash in the mid game.
Needs a shop.
Double level ups, big level ups. Beastmaster 2, Demon 3.
Yeah, Hawk now. He can always see where the Blade Master is at. Cyclone use. Blade Master super low on mana, but Invul Potion. Is it time to break through the Cyclone with an Invul and hunt? Hard to say. Looks like Cash's units are just melting against this focus fire.
Still so many Cyclones left. And it's just not enough Dispel. The walkers always seem to be out of mana. Invul used, going for the demon, trying to force the TP. Oh, the Hex comes in! Now he needs the crits! But he lets go of the focus, attacks the Tinker for a little bit. That was a big misclick. And the demon just gets staffed out. And guess what? He has a tele staff to come back in. That looks like the game.
Maybe the play of the game. Not getting the Demon Hunter kill here. It was desperation already. Now he's back. Full HP, full mana. That heal scroll also. Right when the Demon Hunter was hexed. Having that heal scroll ready. was phenomenal. And now is it time for an expansion even? Wouldn't be too surprised. Sini's pushing forward just to trap Cash back into his base. He's at 50. His supply doesn't look too bad, but combined HP, the base in general, his heroes.
And more burns coming out. These burns also very effective against the walkers, not just against the Shadowhunter. You can see it here. Every burn is one less dispel for the Orc to make use of. And guess what? Now we have no more walkers coming.
Sini is expanding. He's getting the Kodo, most likely forces another heal wave. We have a TP ready. Staff is off cooldown. And these clockwork explosions are so big, by the way. I never really noticed them in Warcraft. But they're very noticeable here.
Now, when the Raiders don't have Fairy Fire, just get killed so quick. Yeah. Oh, it's another one going down.
Minus armor, huh? Pretty good.
Orb of Venom also pretty good. So much gold for Sini. He can buy all the items in the shop now. There's an inroll. There's a heal scroll. Could even go for a protection scroll if he wants.
He could go for chimeras if he wants. We've seen that before. Cash destroyed by chimeras by an Asian.
Oh, Blade Master surrounded.
Yep.
This could be him dead.
Only a potion this time. Of course, heal wave as well. Was that the only one? That was the only one. Bad Riders against the Fairy. Demon Hunter versus Blade Master. Mano Mano, but the one has an involt. The other does not. And there's Fairy Fire. Bye bye Blade. GG by Cash. And that is the 2-1. Not a clean sheet for uMaD. He who is supposed to be the star player fails in his one-on-one. Sini though, great performance, great curveball. No one really expected talent, especially not on that map, I think. And boom, all of a sudden, there's the map win for the Chinese, and we go into the second 2-2.
That barracks cancel ended up making such a big difference. Maybe if you see Blade Demon Hunter like that, maybe your Blade is supposed to be instantly aggressive, run across the map and harass the Wisps right away so that he's forced to stay home.
He tried that, but it wasn't enough. He was running over, attacked a couple of Wisps, and then he saw, oh damn, he is in my base and he's canceling my barracks. So he was running back all the way across the age, and he still couldn't prevent the cancel.
Was that the first thing he did? Did he not creep anything else first?
Orange, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe he shouldn't creep anything. Maybe just run across aggressively. Perhaps even with a speed scroll, put on the pressure instantly.
I don't know. That should have been Cash's game, I feel, against Talons. But we don't know his conditions. But as I said, he should never lose to Sini usually.
We see this from Orcs quite a bit recently. I saw Czech versus Soin just yesterday. And Soin also struggling really hard against Talons. Most Orcs just aren't used to the Talon playstyle anymore.
Yeah. It's not that much about the fights. I feel not in this case. There was no real Talon versus Raider fight where it comes down to the Raider Concave and the Raider Focus Fire. This was more about how well Sini prepared for this contain, for this push.
Yeah, normally you're supposed to take that first fight with a bit of a supply lead. You have the heal scroll as well. And then you take out one Talon after the next. Yeah. But if you go for War Mill and Reinforced Defenses, that's both defensive upgrades, then of course you have less on the map to do things with.
I feel like, can't you get more off of the map? Yes, you got the red spot item. Can't you get more in that time when the elf is going to tier 2 and 3 and the master upgrade?
Yeah, this is what we saw in the past all the time, right? The TC comes out with the first Walker, with the first Raider, and then threatens the Night Elf to creepjack him and kill his units, or aggressively steal a camp away. But that just all didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have a TC either, of course. It was the Shadowhunter.
Which I think is the right
So.
choice. Like, against the strong Demon Hunter, what would a TC do? I think a Shadow Hunter was way better. Not sure if Serpent Wards can do more than Hex. But he needed the Hex to prevent more kills, so... Another 2-on-2 though. And that will be played on Nullwood.
So normally it was first Cash and Todd starting things off in the qualifiers, and then Cash plus Maru, I think it was, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Cash and Maru.
And then probably Todd as the third one-on-one. Huy, quite a lot on the line for uMaD. We go into a little break and then we're right back with the WGL Team League 2020. We're back with the second match point for uMaD. We go into the 2-on-2 once again. The first one was won by Cash and Todd. Nullwood it is. Health and Mana Fountain in the middle, 6-player map. Rushes have always been good. We have 4 uMaD. Cash and Maru. Cash with the third appearance of the day. Maru with his first one in this tournament. On the side of the Chinese, we go back to Zhou Shishi. But his ally is not fast. He's Shun. So we have a Night Elf versus Undead combo.
A combination that was very popular a long time ago. In WC3R days, we saw it quite a bit. Most recently, hasn't been looking so impressive. But perhaps the fountain in the middle can help out, because it is a mana fountain. In the super late game for Undead Triple Hero, this is extremely strong.
In Reforged, that's so easy to see. All the water is now purple as well. Usually it was only the little lamps, but this water is really telling. So in the Reforged graphics, Remo, it doesn't make sense to ask me that anymore. It's so obvious.
I don't even try anymore. It has lost its charm. So let's see what we have here. What's the first hero for Cash? It's the Blade Master. Early game on Nullwood. Certainly makes sense. It's pretty easy to snipe claws over here. Also disrupt enemy creeping. But Blade Master always has to be the question, how good is he in the late game? Doesn't have to be super good. Doesn't have to be crazy strong late game carry if he secures yourself a proper early game. Good creeping, good progress on the AM of your ally, and probably a transition into rifles.
True. On the other side, we have a Keeper of the Grove opening, probably into mass hunts for Zhou Shishi. Shun with a fast Fiend build order. So heavy on Fiends, heavy on creeping. Will get some resources over from his ally, and that should be a fast tech then as well. Question is, can uMaD defend the push? That early tier 3 push?
Or can they perhaps even strike before? This Orc-Human combo on tier 2 can be very strong. With Raider Walker, with rifles, and that can oftentimes strike before the iron.
Is under siege.
No, wait, that doesn't make sense. For some reason I was thinking striking before when the iron is hot. Can strike before the Undead has come fully online with a DK level 4, Lich level 3, Crypt Lord, maybe even level 2. So, Blade Master looking to steal some creeps, as many as possible. Going aggressively towards the enemy merchant. Keeper with Entangle in best Sonik style, trying to look for grunt kills, and I think he's gonna get one here even. Yeah, absolutely well. Blade taking a lot of damage over here as well. Oh, and loses the last hit to the Keeper.
Might save
well
the
done by Shishi.
grunt was a little bit of healing. Cancels the heal self now. Must be a last hit. Oh, he's a little too early with that as well. That's way too much experience for Zhou Shishi early on. That's rough. That's a rough early for uMaD.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was a little bit lucky there. Unlucky with the low damage roll, but didn't seem the greatest. AM level 2.5. That's at least looking pretty good. Claws for him as well.
Mass Hunt production has started for
player's
Shishi. He's
forces
gonna
are
get
under
even
attack.
stronger on the other side. Tier 2 for Shun. There's not gonna be attack throughout the entire game, most likely, by Shishi. He will just get up to 1450 supply, tech his hunts, and then shovel all the money over. Cash with a return kill. Keep the DK low, and I think that's the bigger deal. Keeping the DK low is one of the most important tasks for Cash to do. And if he gets
Even went for boots of speed, dude. That's like even in 1v1 that's rare, but in 2v2 he's putting a lot of eggs in this Blade Master basket, which normally doesn't exactly work out in 2v2. But perhaps again it's a space creating kind of role. Maybe the Blade Master is supposed to run around and distract, and it's the AM supposed to get to level 3. Keep it with Entangle, can look for some kills, but this is where the Shadow Priest comes in nice and handy for early dispel.
got the Berserker as well. I love that Maru was taking an unusual creep route to open up that mercenary camp, which is really never seen. But against Hunts, it makes so much sense to add a little bit of piercing damage in. Wait, Master has a good...
It's DK. DK still not creeping.
Yeah.
No aura, no level 2 coil. And yeah, the Keeper is fine on low levels, but the Death Knight certainly does want to find some level
A
ups.
player's forces
Tier
are
2 for
under
Cash. Shadowhunter is coming, which helps, of course, a lot in the defense that's to come. Level 2 for the DK, finally. Tech for Shun. Quite a bit late, I'd say. Only at 60%. Lots of mana here for this Archmage. If they get this Drake, they get themselves a big item. Shadow Priest falls, but distracts. They have the time.
But the Berserker is also gonna fall.
Oh, that's not good.
That's quite a few losses for uMaD. Probably gonna have to TP out of this.
Who's gonna get the Drake? They must get the Drake. Okay, they got it. Belt of Giant Strength and level 3 for Maru. But that costs a lot.
Yeah. Speed scroll, trying to run away from the next
A player's forces are under attack.
entangle, but 140 is still getting caught. Ooh, that was an expensive punish here in the middle.
They take the unique spot away. They take the item away. They buy a little more time for the mass. When is it time to strike for Shun? He's on the way to tier 3. His Lich will require some time as well. Shishi's at 38. Is he expanding? Trying to, but kind of far away.
How did that Shadow Priest survive? What the hell?
Great micro.
It's a miracle. Christmas miracle.
Because it's
Player's
Christmas
forces are under
in
attack.
April? Remo,
Yeah, it's pretty soon.
no drugs when casting. Told you 1,000 times.
Yeah, you know, it's happening towards the end of the year. It's not so far away. DK did get to level 3 now. With 6 Fiends. Can creep quite fast indeed. Must be getting fed here, I guess, by Shishi.
Yeah, that's his role in the 2-on-2.
A player's forces are under attack.
Water Elementals are becoming quite strong, and he's gathering up some Riflemen as well. Level 2 Shadowhunter. And a Paladin second. No MK, no Blood Mage. Of course, you can nuke Undeads with that as well. You add some more armor. Creeping for Shun, so it's just a distraction push by Shishi. Can someone force a TP? Not really. We do have Hex, so that's the Hunter's lost. Low heroes. On the rise, though. Especially Archmage and Shadowhunter are the most important ones now. DK got level 3. Lich is still not out. Oh, wait. Where is he? Ah, there he is.
There
Level
he
1.
is. With
Triple
gloves.
Oh, boy.
hell yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
And looking to push into the human main without tier 3. That is quite unusual.
He just wants to distract him, force him back, disrupt his creeping.
I guess it's all about buying time for the expo, which is now finishing the Tree of Life in the south. Man, this is a very unusual fiend push. Don't normally see this. Oh, one rifle! Might be getting sniped right away thanks to the Nova. Absolutely. And the thing is, there's no MK here to control, to force any kind of kill. There's only a Paladin, and he doesn't have catch.
Sushi is losing 2 hunters here, and with that ensnare, probably the third. Yeah, Thorn's aura hurts a bit, but can easily be healed against. So it's 2 hunts down, 1 almost dead, and Maru holds in the base as well. On the cost of a rifle, okay. But seemingly fine. Another hunt. That's 9 supply.
Those boots.
Gone. Oh boy,
They're not
that's another
looking bad.
hex. That's 4 hunts.
A player's
And man, with
forces
these
are
claws,
under
the crits are stacking up. If Maru holds this, it starts to look okay until the tier 3 push.
No fiends are dying though. Again, as there is no Stormbolt, it's really simple for Shun to micro over here. Still has some coils to use. 1 left now. And the hunts are coming in from his ally to help him out.
Cash is trusting Maru a little too much, I think. Getting the camp here done for the Shadow Hunter level 3, I guess. This does take some time. He has a TP. He can come in to help, but that's 2 more units dead for Maru. 41 supply only. TP in now. Defensively.
And there are ensnares. This should trigger a TP out right away. No?
Shun doesn't
Kind
want
of lucky
to...
the Shadow Hunter isn't chasing more aggressively. Yeah, there's more ensnares, right? Raiders coming.
Oh, Boro
Ouch.
dodge by Shun. Really well
A
done.
player's forces are under attack.
So, there's no Crypt Lord coming? Oh,
another dodge
dodges
with the Destroyer form.
sick. What's up with Shun?
Wow.
He was our weatherman a year ago at WGL. Oh, that Destroyer would be huge! 29. Time for Shishi to level this up and to creep. Still no...
Do they know about the expo?
They must know. They must expect it somewhere. Fiend still borrowed. Out of the next fight. Kodo across the street. Street? Map. Hunters are pushing. But with Raiders, you can win every base trade.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, tower. Close to completion. That would help a ton. Oh, do they know? Looks like they do. It's daytime. They see this.
Tower finishes. And with that, these Huntresses are taking a lot of damage. Are they going to come in to defend the tree or not?
No way. It's already at 40%. Blade Master's taking care of that. Keeper here. And triggers a TP immediately. Not to the expansion. That didn't pay off at all. It didn't even mine a single coin. uMaD is back.
Perhaps at least time for Shun to, or it was, to level. But it's no Crypt Lord third.
Yeah.
It's not the super strong undead late game tri-hero combo.
Yeah.
It's a Dark Ranger.
No, it's a Pit Lord. Oh, it's a Pit Lord for Shishi.
Pit Lord for Shishi, yeah.
Ah. Interesting approach. So, silence and...
A town is under siege.
There's not much to
Player's
spell by
forces are
Cash.
under attack.
Push again into Maru's main. And this is the strength of undead late game. Oftentimes, the undead army is stronger than any of the 2 given enemy armies. So both enemies are required to come in to deal with the undead. As we can see here, tier 2 versus tier 3 disadvantage. Rifles against the Destroyer still pretty good, but against Fiends 2-0 upgraded, maybe not so much.
Maybe Maru just has to hold while Cash is destroying Shishi in the south.
Forces are under
It's a one-on-one fight. Cash is moving out though with Howl coming in to help him. And now, is that a kill? He has to get out of there, Shun, and he triggers the TP immediately without any losses. Still at 50 supply. Lance is dead though! The big
Nice
hammer
combo.
of the Paladin falls. The hammer of justice stomps him to the ground. That's huge.
And in the middle, there's an expansion. Has been constructing for almost 2 minutes. I haven't even seen it until now. This is so weird of a position. Normally, we don't see this. But we do certainly see it here. The next Huntress run by is getting ready towards Cash's main. But the tower is still
Player's
standing.
forces are
Reinforced
under attack.
defenses. Obviously still active. And that Lich loss. That slows down Shun's momentum.
He can't fight without the Orb of Corruption. He can't fight without Nova. Shishi's job is to distract now. But it's really rough. No expansion. That got killed. 51 supply. 2-1 upgrades. Alright.
A town is under siege.
They're trying to distract and buy more time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, undead into the main. This could be lots of peasant kills. Maru does have a TP, but doesn't want to have to use it.
How about Cash? Oh, going for the Pit Lord. Staff out. Cash has no TP. Maru has to hold this. What an unusual timing by Shun. But he's surrounded by rifles. They can't really reach here.
The base build not doing Maru any favors at the moment. And again, he doesn't have a dust.
A player's forces are under attack.
Mistake. Need to buy dust against these fiends.
Yeah. The Destroyer really well microed Water Elemental Falls.
Yeah.
Maru at 42. That's okay-ish. Focused on the Dark Ranger now. Cash. Seems like he has to come in. TP now. That's what he wanted. But that's time for the expo for Cash. Cash is the carry.
But his infrastructure suffered so hard. He lost the shop. He can't produce yet, it seems.
Oh, yes.
And he still doesn't have to spell. This keeper is doing way more in the late game than he's supposed to with these entangles.
Okay, Cash fighting Shishi in the middle now. First Raider is falling. Trades it for a hunt, but these trades are great. And the Howl of Terror is way too good.
Yeah, they need more dispel. The priests need to come in for the dispel. And now they do.
Finally a combined human-orc fight. Big front line. Is that enough damage? You don't want to fight an undead at the mana fountain, though. That's really cool for Shun. Can always step back at the fountain, regen up, push the expo.
Yeah, you might need to mass produce right now. I guess that's what they're doing. But it's a supply lead
Forces are under attack.
for the Chinese.
Expo coming up again. To be honest, Night Elf supply doesn't wait that much. Can easily be... Oh, this Howl. This Howl is huge! Only +3, despite the Code Aura. Going for the Pit Lord, who has an invul. I don't know if that's the best choice. Rifle's not protected at all. I don't like the position here.
Yeah, the rifles were in way too deep. Way too deep.
Grunts can attack the hunts now, but the front line is just disappearing. Blade Masters and Snared and Silent has to use the invul potion. Finally, the Pit Lord is dying. No staff again. Another invul, another heal scroll. Shun and Shishi pushing forward. How long can they hold? Maru and Cash. Destroyer in the back, statue in the back. Shun is pretty much untouched. Only damage is landing on Shishi.
This undead army in the late game seems to be doing it. 3-1 upgraded are these fiends. Absolutely crazy. Shun was getting fed by his ally. And now uMaD has like no army left anymore.
That might hurt. 3 hunts about to fall, but what does it matter if all your damage is still on the field? One of the last heal waves on the Blade Master. Pilo is back with the Howl. Decent dodge, I guess. 37 supply for Maru only. He's trying to run away with 48 as Cash. Coil arrives on the Destroyer and he trades a Raider for it again, even though he's using the heal scroll for it. This is just a slaughter at this point.
Yeah. There's no coming back from this. Even if the Pit Lord dies, it doesn't even really matter.
Nope.
Are they gonna get the kill? Nope, not even. Would have been a consolation prize only, because this game is lost.
Maybe this expansion was too greedy. They gave Shun way too much space. And that's how the series is tied up. Shishi with an expansion now. 53 supply. And pushing forward. Of course, uMaD, they don't want to give this up. But what's... Like, he can't go for a hero kill. He doesn't have double disable. How is he supposed to hold this?
You really can't.
Despite the Lich loss. Oh my. Oh, Nova hits real big. He has a mana potion. So he's holding on to that Shadow Hunter Paladin. Silenced and... Oh, heal potion last second. Level 2. For the critical strike. But it's still DK is low, 5.3. Paladin is dead this time. And they must realize that there's no chance in hell that this is somewhat winnable.
Town is under siege.
Yeah. We are going to the deciding 5th last map. Is it gonna be Todd again, stepping into the ring? Most likely. Or is it gonna be Maru?
Double kill here. Well, Todd is playing great in the 2-on-2. GG. Why are you playing with my nerfs so much, uMaD? Such a great start. Also in this game, they had chances. Cash not having the TP to help out earlier. Was that... Huh. Can you afford that in 2-on-2?
Also, Cash's choice not to go for any Dispel, either Walkers or Shaman, was a big risk, and he got punished by the Night Elf so hard for this. When usually a keeper only hunts army should be doing not much anymore on tier 2. But okay, that gives us the 5th map, the last 1v1 to decide the winner.
Oh man. Who's left for NP? It's either Shun or Shishi, right? Yeah, Shishi hasn't played a 1-on-1. It was Fast and Sini. Pretty sure it's gonna be Todd versus Shishi.
I think so too. Unless you think Shun is very good against human, then you may want to seed Shun, because we all know Todd hates playing against undead.
But we all saw the clip of Infi, may I remind you. Fucking bullshit! Knight of Imba! While impersonating Todd. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Terranas Stand, right? It's not vetoed. It was Northern Isles and Twisted. So we haven't seen Terranas. Is it? Wait, it's uMaD's map choice though, right? They lost the 1-on-1, the last one. They lost the 2-on-2. So it must be their map choice.
Yes, correct.
So what do we have left? Last Refuge?
Echo Isles also, right?
No, we saw that in Sonik versus...
Ah, yeah, we saw that already.
Todd again. He has to carry. And it could be against Night Elf again. It could be on Last Refuge again. Don't give me a heart attack like last time, man. Seriously, I'm getting too old for that.
Not Cash's day, apparently. Struggling hard. Against Night Elf twice, basically. Once against Talons, and then again against the Keeper Hunts.
To be honest, in the first 2-on-2, he was so far out of position without a TP. There was Todd carrying there.
Yeah. Todd carry. Is that the story here that follows uMaD throughout the qualifiers and throughout the league?
Could be. Could absolutely be. Who would have thought, man? In a team with Cash and Sonik, Todd the standout player. And it's again up to him, man. I'm pretty sure the Chinese will celebrate this day. It's the first time, I guess, they see Todd competing. I sent them a couple of replays of Cubs, the Chinese casters like Qiaolin and Snowkiss. But for the general audience, this will be the big comeback for Todd to competitive Warcraft, which is what this Team League gives us.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's going to make a lot of fans in China also quite happy. Todd, of course, used to be a legend when he was competing actively for years. He was one of the strongest Europeans and just players worldwide in the Warcraft scene for a long time. He lived in China for, how long was it? Like 2 years or something, or was it less? Living the pro gamer life.
And now his return, basically. All right. Another little break. Oh, well, I guess we're going to see the highlights soon. But then another break, and then the game. Highlights from the Chinese stream from Nullwood. Shishi buying their time and pushing this. Good execution by Maru to kill the tree before it even mines, but the structural damage in the base was just too much. This is not supposed to happen. You should be able to defend the Night Elves relatively easy. And then, like, this Shun push without the Lich, though. No one expected that on uMaD's side, I think. They were not prepared for this at all. This one.
Yeah. That did way more than it was supposed to be doing. Yeah. It feels like uMaD was banking hard on the fact there was going to be a lot of 2v2 fighting, but instead they were forced into split 1v1s, which the Orc army wasn't ready for with no Dispel in their army, and which the human army wasn't ready for with no Catch in their army.
Pretty smart. And then the last fight. This is just slaughter at some point. Thank you, Steve Boynton, for the 8-month resub. Good morning from Chicago. Really enjoying watching you guys until American sports starts back up. Hopefully soon. So then you ditch us for this football shit? That's sad. Really. That's really disappointing and sad. But thank you for the sub. And yeah, hopefully it will come. You can watch professional wrestling. They still wrestle in front of no audience. Hooray.
I heard there's a lot of esports broadcasting actually going on ESPN and stuff. But mostly like, you know, NASCAR games.
Yeah, that's really blowing up. And this is the deciding match of this entire clan war. Who will tie for the lead alongside Rogue Warriors after this clan war? uMaD or NP. The Westerners with 2 matches in a row at the start, but the Chinese strike back. And now we have Zhou for NP. And the carry of uMaD, he did it before in the qualifiers where he defeated Hurricane Bow on Last Refuge. He's up against the Night Elf again, this time on Terra Last Stand. It is a Warden that he's facing. Todd versus Shishi to decide it all.
And as we pointed out earlier, Todd has his own style here. He's the only one who plays AM first. And if Shishi didn't know before, he certainly knows it now. Scouted out what was happening. Seemingly forced into the Shadow Strike first, took out a footy, but guess what? The footy got a sneaky last hit steal in. Stole one of the creeps from the Warden away, and then managed to successfully deny itself to the creeps as well. So this might be important experience missing to the level 3 progress of the Warden, which of course is so important. So expansion coming in by Todd. This is what we are expecting. Expo, tier 2 tech, and then double racks mass rifles. That is Todd's style.
On Shishi's side, we see double engine of war, which is not the ultra standard anymore. A couple of Night Elves are skipping this, and this is also no stab. He's going for boots. Takes a lot of time for this creep spot. This early game is quite expensive. Did he go for Mercs? Yes, Shadow Priest, obviously, and the Berserker as well. This cost a lot, and if you look at the resources, an expansion is not that likely at the moment. For Todd... Wait, he's faking this expansion? Or did he mismanage something? He's not teching, he's not expanding.
Player's forces are under attack.
What's Todd doing?
Yeah, this looks like a fake expo.
But the tech is so late.
The tech is absolutely late, that's true. Last hit on the Berserker. Normally Todd always gets those. I have a feeling that that must have been ping, and that is level 3 for the Warden. That's a really big deal. Has a sentry here to reveal against the AM also, as well as a heal pot. Uses that right away. And now the peasants come back, and now they're going for the expansion. Oh, but the Wisp block coming in also. Todd might be forced into TP. There is another sentry ward. Has to TP out. This is not going perfectly.
It's a nightmare. This entire game for Todd is a nightmare. If he starts this expo before the peasants are all moving back, he didn't even unload them. I have no idea what happened there. This is free roaming for this Warden. This is pretty much free level 4. This is a Zeppelin for free.
Yeah.
Still has to wait a little, but Moon Juice, free region. Hunter's Hall coming. Tier 2 tech is on the way, so the lures are at least delayed.
And the strength normally early on a quick level 3 on this map for human is with the MK, easy kills. MK gets the Tele Staff, maybe the boots, and then Stormbolt after Stormbolt kills off the Berserkers, kills off the Shadow Priest, kills off the Archers, and it's oftentimes only the Warden left. It seems like this AM first choice is getting punished super hard by Shishi.
So, 80 seconds until the Zeppelin. What can he do with it? The wards were used to focus the Archmage, so it's not that much map control from this item. TP is gone, of course, level 3.5, Archmage already, tech on the way, Lumber Mill coming, Expo up, 1 tower. On the other side, Shishi was expanding as well. He got that tree up, needs to creep it, walk over and tangle, and here we go. Entrance of Lore, number 1. Number 2, tier 3 is late though. Bonus experience on the Warden, of course, but not too much. The mana is incredible. +9.
Pretty quick level 4 as well. And this is one of the stress-freest early games for a Warden I've seen on this map in a long time. Normally, Knives always getting pressured by the MK, keeps on losing units, isn't being given the freedom to creep. Creep jacks can be really painful. Todd is going for a shredder.
Last time we saw Todd in this tournament, in the qualifier, his early game was looking really rough as well. He was fighting from behind the entire game. This might happen again. Sobi Mask. Warden! Don't give it to the Warden! She was slot starved anyway, but my god, if she gets that item. He's caught there now. No TP. Needs to evacuate with a Zeppelin. Oh, Fan of Knives is good. Good pickups by Todd though.
Needs to be careful about the piercing damage over here.
Saves everything except one. Wait.
It's always dangerous. With a Zeppelin above trees and above water, if a Zeppelin dies, everything inside dies.
Todd, why are you doing this to me? uMaD, why are you doing this to me? Still? Okay, now the tier 3. That's late. Level 4 Archmage. Pretty good to have. Tier 2 is finished, so... we still
Double Sanctum, not double Barracks.
Yeah.
A player's
Mass
force
Breaker
is
against the
under
Warden, I guess. Dryads are coming in.
Second hero, Alk. Not unusual at all to see against the Warden, of course. With a level 2 Aura and Sobi, this should be tons and tons of heal spray.
The sustain is there, but nothing really else. No damage with lack of rifles. No utility with, at the moment, lack of casters. And without... okay, rifles coming now, accounted to Dryads. Shishi will be stuck on Dryads for quite some time. Going Bears as well. Zeppelin is making his way over. Is the damage here already? To at least kill the Entangled.
I don't think so.
That was
TP is coming in.
one quick TP by Shishi. He saw that coming like a mile ago.
And again, Shishi is just not under much pressure here.
Level 5 is close. Still no staff.
Yeah. If Todd gets to 70 though, has some heal scrolls, holds on against the Fan of Knives, this can still be a scary push. But Todd has to decide right now. Does he go into upkeep or does he take this later and does he go tier 3?
Do we see any farms? Yeah, there's one additional farm. Tier 3.
A town is
Rifle
under
at home.
siege.
Attack on the tree again. Wow, Shishi already with the Hippogriff. This is so fast. Todd has a TP again. We'll lose it again.
And that's level 5 Warden. Zapper though! Oh! Where did that Zapper come from?
I have no idea. I have no
How did
idea.
he make it all the way across? Oh my god, dude. What a dangerous mission.
Shishi shall never allow this in the first place. But scratch all that. Todd is back in the game. Turtle. Turtle, my friend. Wait for your tier 3. and get it.
Yeah, that is 3 minutes of lost mining until this tree is up again. Is the Zeppelin still alive?
He got it.
No,
he got
right?
one on the right-hand side. I think it's a new one.
A player's forces are
He could
under
drop this Expo again and
Yeah.
cancel it again.
Yeah. That must be the play, but he scouts it with the Hippo. This Hippo turns out to be really good. And now Warden level 5. Oh,
Well, damage of
Alchemist.
the Alchemist. Where's the Zeppelin?
There we go. Good saves. Also on the Water Elemental, not allow the Warden to be level 6. Every Water Elemental is big experience. Shishi at the moment not home to defend.
Is Todd gonna take the chance? Fly on over.
Priest Dispel, Sorks. Shishi's camping in
With the Shredder, of course, there's tons of lumber, so a lot of upgrades that Todd can go for.
Okay, he drops there, sees, okay, Shishi is here. Can't do that. That's sad. Tink a second was to be expected. There is quite some HP left on the map to level him up, while the Warden is distracting, but still no staff.
So tier 3 is about to finish. What do we get then? Frag shards, inner fire, triple hero. That is what we have come to expect. Thorzane played Alchemist
player's
plus
forces
Blood
are
Mage
under
combo
attack.
really
Yeah.
well, but
A
I
town
have not
is
seen
under
that
siege.
since DreamHack. Todd is still turtling and banking. Almost 2k gold now.
Resistance skin. Coming for Shishi, who's also not breaking upkeep.
Todd queuing a lot of upgrades, man.
Oh yeah. Sundering Blades, Animal War Train, Inner Fire,
Player's forces
Sword,
are under attack.
Adept Upgrade, and Frag Shards. This is gonna be 1.5 minutes of not
Yeah.
breaking.
And the army for Todd could be really strong, but the heroes pretty underwhelming. Alchemist level 1. AM level 4, yes,
Yeah, that level 2.
but only him.
He's investing a lot into scrolls now. Has a staff, even an Orb of Fire.
Hell yeah, bro. Reduce that rejo heal.
Is that worth it? I don't know. He's really greedy. But that's his playstyle. Always has been. And the Warden is not
town
making
is
it
under
into any
siege.
peasant lines. Peasants have not taken damage from Fan of Knives so far.
Yeah. This was a really big deal about killing the expansion earlier as well. If there had been 2-base income, there would have been a really quick Tome of Retrain, and then the Warden hopping into the economy everywhere.
Tinker soaks up a lot of the map
A
though.
player's forces
Fat
are under
sponge.
attack.
Second expansion. Todd needs to scout this and do something about it. Another sapper? Would be glorious right now. Attack upgrades as well. Blood Mage it is. Oh, you were right.
Oh, wow.
Breaker's coming. Knight's coming. Sork's coming. Priest's coming. Blood Mage coming. Mortar's coming. Everything coming.
Alrighty. It's not gonna be creep left at all anymore here very soon. I think Todd should have committed to the bottom left camp. Even if you get creep drag there and forced to TP out. I think some experience would have been good. Nighttime, we have Ultra Vision. Vision range advantage for Shishi, so he can abuse that a little bit here on the bridge. But Todd now not willing to go out anymore. 73 supply. His army doesn't really look like that.
65 for Shishi. His army doesn't look like that either. With the Mountain Giants coming. Second attack upgrade in the work. Plus Nature's Blessing. 2-1 upgrades. 2 bears. Still a lot of mercs. This army isn't that great for Shishi. It's again the Warden carrying this. Todd is waiting for one more round of production. Todd is slaughtering his peasants
Player's forces are
so he can
under
build
attack.
more army.
This looks pretty all in
Yeah.
though. If this AD push doesn't work out for Todd, it's gonna be rough.
Militia scouting north.
Oh, that's a good scout.
Todd killing more
Denying
workers.
all of his peasants. He can make like no more buildings.
Yeah. Well, he has 1,700 gold and still peasants there. Roar used. 5-3 heroes. No Avatar of Vengeance though. But level 1 Alchemist is really reliability. This Fairy Dragon sniped pretty much immediately. That's pretty good usage of the Water Elemental. But Knights are falling quickly. Mountain Giants are soaking up the damage. The Mortars are attacking the back, but there's not too many Dryads to attack.
They're not even attacking the Dryads. Finally doing so now. Doesn't even look like they have Fag Shards, but they must do. Okay, now finally starting to take out the Dryads. That's level 2 for the Alchemist.
Shishi at 72.
Dryads are gone.
One seemingly that gets no experience. First Mountain Giant is already wiped out with the strong normal damage. But what about the Knights? Knights are falling. Archmage is falling. Needs the TP. Gets the heal scroll. Alchemist still strong, but will he survive the TP duration? That's a big question here. Okay. Dust settles. Sapper on the way to the right. There is Nature's Blessing. This Sapper is not enough.
True. Oh, that's a lot of gold going into Zappers, not leading to kills. Todd needs more heal scrolls. Perhaps an invul. He's not that rich anymore.
He can push this quick though.
One Knight and one Breaker forgotten at the expansion.
Now he gets done.
Okay. How close is the Warren to 6? Kind of.
But not really.
Not ultra.
Todd with the green first.
Those level ups?
Not really.
Not really.
A player's forces are
Both
under
are pushing. Shishi is definitely losing this one.
But he can afford to lose this one.
Yeah. I didn't mind. Wait, just kill the tree. Todd, what are you doing? Okay, now focus fire. It's a lot of water teams. Is it time to get vision here and attack the entangled gold mine across the river?
Oh yeah, that would be a good play. 5 mortars, by the way.
A lot.
Isn't that a little overkill?
Depends, I guess. If it's about buildings, then yeah, then it's really good.
Oh, Invis AM getting the heal scrolls. That's really nice.
She's thinking about an attack.
This choke right here is the dream position for Todd. Yeah. He's like, yeah, come fight me over here, bro. Let's do it.
Reinforcements. Sends them back. And Todd is the one to pounce. Mountain Giants are hurt.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like Shishi needs level 6 Warden at this point. Which he doesn't have yet.
It isn't easy to get. Todd has a great army mix, I feel. Also breakers to steal Reju and Raw. The Fairy Dragons. He has to take out the Fairy Dragons, though. Mountain Giant again, dead. Super quick. Level 2 for the Blood Mage. Warden comes back in. Needs a heal scroll against this.
Oh, the fairies are doing big damage, though.
Bears are falling rapidly. The fairies again with the fan mass murder. Still not level 6. Todd is holding on to this 76. How can you just ignore these fairies? It's just taking care about these spellbreakers. Level 3, finally. Level 5 Archmage as well. Cluster Rockets, the backline almost wiped out. It's a...
How it's more than level 6 yet? It's insane.
There she is. Has no mana anymore, though. And Todd is still at 78. Shishi down to 50. One big healing. Level 3 Blood Mage. There's no mana to use any spells.
under attack.
Todd! Is he the carry again with the Thorzane strat?
Are you kidding me? How can he allow these fairy dragons to do 5,000 damage?
Dude, that mana flare damage was so crazy.
And still do it. How is that even possible? Shishi, bottom left expansion.
Alright, Avatar Vengeance. There's no corpses at the moment.
Oh, the rockets do a lot. And there's mana. There's a lot of mana. With the potion, of course. No, there's no corpses. And he takes out more bears. And then it's time for the Avatar to die as well. It's already down to 50%. Heal Spray is using is healing so much in the front line. These spell breakers, of course, untouched. Warden dry.
Without blink, she's just getting siphoned over the Blood Mage in trouble.
Step,
Is there a heal
step,
spray
step.
for him? Something?
Oh, banish. So risky. Avatar being focused now. Heal spray on the front line again. These knights are tanking the shit out of Shishi.
And now Mortars
Town
towards
is
the
under
tree.
siege.
That tree is gonna be gone real quick.
Oh my god.
And more heal scrolls. Todd. How is he so rich? I tell you how. Because he didn't lose much. He lost the casters, yes, but I think nothing else died.
Jesus.
Dude, Todd in these final games. Quite exciting.
My nerves are
This
no
Sobi
more.
on the Alchemist is crazy.
Oh, big detonates. Yeah, Regen is sick again. Oh, the Blood
Blood
Mage now.
Mage.
He had the heal scroll and staff. He's still in this. 14 supply about to drop, and Todd is getting out, wrecking all Moonwells almost, and another 7 supply MG taken out. He needs to realize, though, bottom left is an expansion. Main base is mined out. Both. Tree still a thing. Can move over. Both are mining from one base. Todd for 3,000. Shishi here for 12,000.
Does he not have Flare? Would be super easy to scout with
He
Flare.
has Flare.
But of course, in a crazy important game like this one, super high stakes, hard to keep track of everything. All right, Flare at the natural and the top right, but he's not scouting in the bottom left.
This is the mistake that cost him the game. Oh my god. No. Does he just know the direction? Does he just... Oh, there was the flare. He saw it. 53 supply against 84. Is he brave enough to take the fight first? He can just block with knights and use the mortars. Yep. 5 mortars.
Yeah.
Shishi's not mining.
He's gonna be gone real quick.
They all know how important this one win is. Shishi probably set up another expansion in the upper right. Oh no, it's just a wisp.
A player's
He doesn't have
forces
the
are under
resources.
attack.
Shishi had 100 gold.
Todd, this must be your game, right? This must be your game.
Don't jinx it.
5-3-3 hero levels. So strong at this point.
2-0 upgrade.
Still with 1 heal scroll. Still with 84 supply.
Mass detonate, but not on the casters at all. Long distance mining by Todd. Still 84 supply. Is he brave enough to push the Tree of Eternity? Oh my god. Close to level 4.
Going across the bridge.
This Blood Mage, man.
Forces are under
3 MGs is half of Shishi's supply. The flares, again, doing so much. Oh boy. Alright. Todd for the win, or what? Rockets, great. Warden, great. Mortars, still 5 of them. He's taking out the
But
shredder.
the next fan, Rocket's combo is gonna hurt.
Oh, is there another heal scroll? I don't think so. No, there's not. He has to deal with what he has. There's also not too much healing except the heal spray, of course, but the Alchemist looks really strong. 2 bears about to drop, but all the mortar teams are gone. Dropping to 67. Mortar teams as well. 32 supply. It's once again the Warden, the Tinker to rule them all. But no mana.
She's out of mana.
Level 6, mass teleport. And Siphon.
But why would he leave?
Siphon.
He has a great fight here still.
There's no reason. And there's an expansion bottom left. He's continuing to mine. Shishi's at 25.
Only the heroes. Only the skills to keep him in this match.
Lots of spirit still. He
How good is the Warden really? Can he win this?
Exodus on the Wisp, trying to detonate, but you can't detonate against a Blood Mage. Oh, but without a Blood Mage, how does that work out? It doesn't! What is done? But the Warden in the middle of everything, stabbed out by the Tinker next to the Tree of Eternity, of course. Alchemist with the Sobi mask and the regen. This regen on the Alchemist is surreal. It's like 2 mana per second. Archmage has to survive. He has to survive. 20 supply for the Night Elf. Reinforcements are coming in. Archmage to the shop. Is this an invul? It's the invul. That's a safe Archmage. And that's so much time. Staff is off cooldown. There's also an Ankh.
That Blood Mage kill, does it keep Shishi in the game? 16 supply.
That's 2 heroes.
I think this is it.
He's going for the tree. Knight's doing lots of damage. Healing done. More knights. More damage. Expo bottom left. This has to be it. Boom. No income for Shishi.
Todd reveals the main with his arcane towers, sees that there's not much left at all. He doesn't need to push on, but he could.
500 gold at the expo. But bottom left is established. That's it! GG! Todd does it again! What a freaking legend this man is! The early game was a disaster. Sorry, Todd, but that was a disaster. And then this. Mortar freaking teams, triple freaking heroes. God damn.
The Thorzane style. AM, Blood Mage, and Alchemist working out so well. Get the mana superiority, tons of healing, and inner fire tier 3 human army. Really strong. Those fairy dragons, though. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Those fairies almost ruined his day.
Screw the fairies. Let's forget about the fairies. All that matters is that Todd killed 3-4 expansions. This one sapper. He gave his life so that uMaD can live.
Yeah.
Clan War wins over everything in this format. We've had great games by TH and Infi in the first Clan War of today. And this was thrilling. 2-0 lead. We thought, okay, they got this in the sack. Like, no worry. 3-0. Great start for uMaD. And then Cash losing the 1-on-1. Cash and Maru losing the 2-on-2. Todd with the bad early. But the sapper that will be remembered for ages. Many, many songs will be sung about the sapper. And then Todd taking it from there. This Team League starts promising. And we're back tomorrow with 2 new Clan Wars for you guys. This is gonna be the third favorite stepping in. We have ELL versus RA. This is Lin, 1-0 and Lawlight versus Moon, Michael, and Thunder. And the first Clan War at noon is F4 with Soin, Chimiko, Sok, and Check versus YR with Yumiko, WFC, Hainu, and Remind. That's it for today. We have other duties. We have to go over to the Rocket Beans to continue Warcraft casting in German, Rocket Beans TV. Thanks for tuning in. 3K people. Todd is a god. See you tomorrow at noon. Bye-bye.